Okay, this is how it look like. I've added a little bit of stuffing, not much because you'll be in the way. So let me do some crochet before I add more stuffing. So now I'm going to reduce. I'm going to do decrease. Okay, the first decrease, the first row here of decrease, row 23. I'm going to do 3 single crochet or single crochet in the next 3. Remember, it's only on the back loop. 1, wait, let me get a marker. 2 and 3. And we do a 2 together. Pull up a loop and pull up another loop. And you put through all 3. And again, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the next 3. Then we're going to do a 2 together. Make these 2 stitch become 1. So I'm going to do 6 sets of this. Now the last set. 1, 2, 3 single crochet followed by a 2 together. Sorry for that clicking sound. The nose is banging onto the table. Oops, sorry. Okay, now row 24. I'm going to do single crochet in the next 2. 1, 2. Oops. Then I'm going to do a 2 together. 1, 2, then a 2 together. You should have 6 sets of this. Oops, it's kind of difficult to hold. And now the last set. 1, 2, and you do a 2 together. This bunny is going to be quite fluffy, so I'm not going to do the tail, and there's no leg. It's just kind of furry ball, 2 furry ball joined together with the ear. That's it. So now let me get some stuffing. Okay, now row 25. I'm going to do 1 single crochet followed by a 2 together or a decrease. Oops. So this makes one set. You're going to do 6 sets of this. Going to do 1 single crochet followed by a decrease or a 2 together. Okay, the last set, 1 single crochet followed by a 2 together or a decrease. Let me add, oops, sorry. I am quite clumsy today, so sorry. Let me add a bit more. I mean, this kind of pattern looks kind of cute, right? Maybe we can do something like this for the next amigurumi. What stuffed toys need this kind of line? Okay, I'll just add a bit more. I will add more later. Okay, now just do 2 together all the way, 6 sets. Oops, I just grabbed some of the stuffing. Okay, this is 1. You should have 6 of this. So far, are you having fun? I know I am. I just love to crochet. In fact, I love to create new pattern, new ideas. It's kind of fun. It's my way of exercising my brain. This is 3. Oops, I can't see since it's only on the back loop. I hope this turns out well. Okay, second last set. Remember, only on the back loop. Okay, I'm gonna leave a bit of a tail to sew this shut, but before I do that, I'm gonna plump it up a bit. Should be plump enough. It does look like a doggy as it now, and I'm turning it into a bunny. Okay, now for the hole here, we're gonna seal it shut. You just normally we would just grab the front loop, but for this case I'm going to grab all the back loop. Let's grab all the back loop which is on the inside, because I need the front loop for the fluffy yarn, so do it all on the back loop. and just pull. Then I'll just bring it just about anywhere. Just want to make sure it goes through some of the stuffing. You can go back into that same stitch and make it go around. It's like it's going around the stuffing. It was somehow kind of like not tie a knot. Then you can hide it. The rest you can just hide it inside. You can either cut it or hide it, because sometimes I feel like it's best I hide it. If you see any holes here, it doesn't really matter because the fluffy yarn will kind of cover it up. Okay, let me go get the fluffy yarn and hope this works. Okay, now to add some fluffiness, I'm gonna start from here. I'm gonna start from here and I'm going to do kind of like a slip stitch thing. Slip stitch all the way up here and then down and then here. Not necessarily will go to the same stitch, or maybe I should start from here. Here I think, because I do not want to cover the nose and the eyes. It gets too fluffy. So this area here and this area here, I'm not going to put too much of this. So there's no fixed rule to this. I'm not going to follow this line exactly, unless for the back. The back you can follow exactly all the way to the back, then you have a fluffy body. But for the head, because I want the ear and the eyes to be noticed, so let's try this. I'm gonna try from here. Hopefully it does not cover the eyes so much. Just pull up one loop and you go to the next stitch, the one on top, and you do a slip stitch. As for this tail, I'm gonna hide it along later, and you go to the next one as close to the nose as possible. Maybe one more stitch here. It is a slip stitch. Just put through both. I'm not sure if you can see this. So now I'm going to work it downwards from here. To work it down. To this third row. So this last row, I'm gonna bring this tail along. Okay, now you probably can't see what I'm doing, so I just show you. Let me see. Let me get this. What I did was, on this side, I start from this row that is quite near the eyes. You can either start from this row or this row, but not next to the eye, because it's going to cover up here and the fluffiness might not able to show the nose. So all this around the nose I'm not going to touch. Okay, I'm just going to stop here So at least part of this can cover up some of the nose, not the whole nose. And here, part of the eyes. So I started from here. So I show you on this side. I started from here, this line here. I did a slip stitch here, then a slip stitch here, then a slip stitch here. As for here, depending whether it's, how close is it to the nose and whether it will cover up the nose. If it doesn't, so from here, this is my last slip stitch. You can go for this one if you want. If you do not want, then from here I'm going to go down here, slip stitch from here, jump to here, jump to here, and then from here you can either go to the next one or jump to the next one. It's okay, because so long it covers and does not see all this, you're fine. So I'm going to do zigzag like this from here just now. So can you see the fluffiness, but it does not cover the nose. And I am not following this line exactly. Okay, I am just going to go zigzag. So I'm gonna go zigzag again until I reach this eye here, and make sure it does not cover the eyes that much. Then from here I would jump to the other side here and go one way down this way until I come up here, until you go through and fro here twice maybe, and by the time you come back here you will reach the ear. So when you reach the ear, there are 3 lines here. These 3 lines you need to kind of cover it up, but you don't have to cover until the one that is so near the eye, because if you have this too near here, it will become like this and you won't be able to see the eye. So what I suggest is just make 1 or 2 stitch here on the forehead, so at least, or maybe 1 or 2 here, so long you can see like it covers part of it, and we're good. So now I'll carry on, hoping that you can actually get what I'm trying to say and see what I'm trying to do. I'll just show you. There's no fixed rule to this, it's just as per my discretion. I think this is how it should be. Okay, so I went down. You can cover this as you go along. Go find a stitch here, make a slip stitch and bring that tail along. So now I want to go back here, just to about any lines you can find. Now can you see it's already kind of like cover most of it, because it's fluffy. Then we can move back down here and bring the tail along. Now you just slip stitch, and now you can't see this, but it's actually a slip stitch. And you slip stitch to the next one again, and you take a look at the nose. Maybe I should do 1 more here. There, because this one will somehow cover part of it. And then I would choose to go back and go to as close to the eye as possible. Okay, the eye, I start from this row. So maybe 1 stitch here, let's see. There, you see? So now I am going to You see this line near the eye here? I'm going to go to that stitch which is further away and do a slip stitch. Then I'm going to slip stitch my way to the other corner. So it doesn't really matter whether you need to follow this way or just jump like this. So long this part here, you can see the nose and you can see the eyes, because sometimes you have to just follow your finger and the yarn, where is it facing. So sometimes you just couldn't twist it, then you let it be and you turn it further down. So there's no fixed rule to this. You just fill it up with fur. And anytime you want to stop, please pull a long tail and add a marker. And then from here, you just take a look and see. Yep, I stopped here. So I'm going this way. I do not want to fill up the eye. If you go too near the eye, then you can't see the eye. So at least now you can still see the nose and the eye. So I'm going to fill this up here. And once I fill up here, I'll come back and show you how I'm going to fill up over the forehead here. I'm not sure if I did the head and the body too long to make it look like a rabbit. Actually, I wanted to make it into like a furry ball, but if it's too round, it doesn't really look like a rabbit as well, right? I'm not sure. Well, what's done been done, so I'll leave it like that. So I did here, from here to here to here, and now I am up here. So I'm going around the eyes. I'm not going to do anything here because it will go and cover the eyes too much and I can't see the eye. So here, you not necessarily must slip stitch onto the next stitch. You can actually skip one, depending on what type of fluffy yarn you have. If it's very thick, very fluffy, you can just skip one stitch. Okay, I've reached the ear. So now what I plan to do, oops, I'm not gonna lose this. If I lose this, I won't be able to find it. Oops, let me pull that up before I continue. Okay, this is it. It got stuck, but it's okay. So now I've reached here. So I'm not gonna touch this line here because you see it's covering the eye already, even though I didn't touch this line and this line. So now I am going to slip stitch as far as I can from the eye, like here to here, a little bit here, maybe here, and come back. So here is just like 1 or 2 rows, 1, 2, this is considered 1 row, 2 rows, so maybe 2 rows of slip stitch from here to here to here, and then come back. Then I am going to fill up a bit here, and I'm going to flop slip stitch all around the ear so that the back of the ear looks fluffy but the inside look pink, and hopefully it will stay upwards like this. Okay, so I just show you what I'm going to do because I'm sure you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, it's a slip stitch. Okay, so I'm going to slip stitch somewhere here. Okay, you can still see the eye. then here, and still see the eye, I hope, because I'm not doing over here. Then one more here, like this, then turn it back and do one more row. It's a slip stitch, yeah, not a single crochet. If I'm going to do single crochet, it's gonna be kind of thick. The fur will be very thick. So one more here, which is quite near the eye. I hope it does not cover up the eye. And one more to the back. Then before I do anything, just take a look. Okay. Oh, look at that. It did cover part of it, and you can still see the eyes and the nose. Like this. Oops. Should I make one more here? Because if I were to make one more stitch here and here, I think it will cover the whole eyes, right? Just leave it like this. Okay, and here, once you move it about, because the fluffiness is not really up yet, as you slip stitch, part of it is like another slip stitch, so maybe you can use a tapestry needle to kind of pull it up a bit, you know, flop it around, and see, it will cover up some of the eyes and the nose. So now I'm going to go to the ear. So let me settle the two ears, then I'm going to go around the whole body. The rest is easy because it's just going around, and I don't have to worry about the eyes and the nose. It's just this part that I do not want it to cover. So here, I'm going to go up the ear. Just go straight up to the ear. Make sure your working yarn is at the back. Starts from the bottom here of the ear. Then go up. Just grab one stitch. Oops. Just grab one stitch, the side of the ear. Preferably grab the one that is on the inside, so it makes it looks like the back of the ear is fluffy, furry, but not the front, not the inner ear. Okay, I have it like this, so at least here you can still see the pink part of the ear. Then work my way to the other side of the ear. Try and use the stitch inside, because I want the pink ear to appear more. And you see this line here, just use the back loop. Anyway, you can give it a try. and see if the ear looks right. There. So you can see the pink part of the ear, and this side cannot see the pink part of the ear. That's my whole intention. And it curves like this. Oh gosh, it still looks like a dog. Oh my. Maybe I should change the title to Fluffy Doggy instead of Fluffy Bunny. Let's see how it turns out. I'll tell you what the title of the post would be. Okay, so this is how I do the ear. You just jump to the other side. Make sure you try and cover up most of the pink part here. Make it as fluffy. And go up. Oops. Try and grab the yarn which is at the back of the ear, so that more of the pink part would show in the front. Okay, now we have to go down. All the way down the ear. Then after that it's easy. Just grab any yarn you can find, because you're just doing slip stitch. Oops. Now you come back to this line here, the one on the head. And you continue your slip stitch to all over the body. Okay, let me just take a look and see. Oh, okay. Oh, there, the ear. The inner ear is still this color. And so is the inner ear here. I should have made the ear longer because after the fluffy you can't really see the ear. Can you see the ear? At the moment it still looks like a dog. Okay, now I'm gonna fill up the whole thing. So this one I'm going to make it like this, so that it looks small like an ear. Now you just do this, go round and round and round and round until the back. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end. Okay, I've come to the end here. I'm not sure whether this looks like a dog or a bunny. So this is a puppy or a bunny. I started off with a cute bunny, but I ended up not sure. Okay, now I reached the end here. I'll just cut this yarn. Well, at least you have an idea of how we can make use of this type of yarn. Just pull tight and then just hide it inside the body so that it stays locked. Hopefully it will come off easily. If you want, you can make a bunny tail here. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I won't give up. I'm going to do another cute bunny. Hopefully this time it will come out like what I imagined it would be. So thank you for watching. Do stay tuned and see how my other bunny looks like. Bye for now.